Shana tovah. Thank you for downloading this self-guided Tashlikh Podcast presented by Beidam, the Jewish community of Oregon's Mid-Willamette Valley. I'm Rabbi Phil Bressler. As we enter the new year 5781, we face unprecedented challenges in the form of COVID-19 pandemic and wildfires that have made the air outside hazardous and unhealthy. Gathering together in person for high holiday services or the ritual of Tashlikh just isn't safe this year. That's why we've prepared this audio guide to support you in carrying out your own ritual in a way that's comfortable and safe for you. No books or printouts required, just your phone or MP3 player, headphones if you like, and something symbolic to cast into the water. Before we begin, here are some suggestions for how to create a mindful and meaningful experience. Look for a natural body of water that you can access easily. Tashlikh involves symbolically casting off your sins into a body of water like a river, spring, lake, pond, or well. Most people prefer natural, flowing bodies of water because it gives the effect of your sins being swept away by the current. Remember, it's acceptable to perform Tashlikh even if you can see the water only from a distance. If you can, find a body of water with fish living in it. Fish have a special symbolism for Tashlikh. Just as fish can suddenly find themselves caught in nets, so too do we humans sometimes unintentionally find ourselves caught in bad habits or situations that lead us to act in ways we regret. Although Tashlikh is traditionally performed on Rosh Hashanah, if you're unable to perform the ceremony on Rosh Hashanah itself, or if the area near the water is too crowded to allow for social distancing, you can still do Tashlikh any day during the days of Av until Yom Kippur. Many of us have cast breadcrumbs into the water for Tashlikh in years past. However, we now know that bread can be harmful to ducks who ingest it. Instead, consider casting corn or peas, canned, fresh, or frozen will do, seeds, oats, or rice. Small stones or twigs also work nicely. Our feathered friends thank you for your consideration. Can't leave home at this time? If you can't access a body of water, run water from a faucet into a sink or bowl, or use an outdoor hose. You can use dissolvable paper and write down a misdeed or regret from the past year and dissolve it in the running water. If you don't have dissolvable paper, sprinkle salt or sugar into the running water as you would bread into a pond. Examine what you've struggled with in the past year. The High Holy Days are a period of introspection, and Tashlikh invites you to reflect on your behavior throughout 5780. The word for sin or mistake in Hebrew is chet. It comes from the language of archery. To sin is to miss the target. All of us have times, many times, when we fail to live up to our best intentions. Whether you miss the mark by acting knowingly or unknowingly, intentionally or unintentionally, don't be afraid to be honest with yourself during this period of review. Take a meditative walk. After you've thought about your actions over the past year, take some time to consider how you can improve in the upcoming year. Many Jews recommend taking a walk and meditating to think of ways that you can change your behavior. Keep in mind, however, that the goal of Tashlikh is to move forward in the year, rather than to dwell on the past. With these suggestions in mind, you can pause the recording here and take the time you need to prepare and travel to wherever it is you plan to go. When you're ready, press play once again and listen or sing along with me through these preparatory melodies.
Tvilat
Tvilat Ha'adam. Eli, Eli, Shelo Yigamer Le'olam, Hahu Ve'ayam, Rishu Shel Hamayim, Be'rak HaShamayim, Tvilat Ha'adam, Hahu Ve'ayam, Rishu Shel Hamayim, Be'rak HaShamayim, Tvilat Ha'adam. O Lord my God, I pray that these things never end. The sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart, the sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart. O Lord my God, I pray that these things never end. The sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart, the sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are born and reborn again. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are born and reborn again. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are born and reborn again. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are born and reborn again. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are born and reborn again. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are Start to think back through this past year. Let images enter and exit your mind. Small moments, meaningful moments, smells, pictures, faces. Think back to last Rosh Hashanah. Where were you at the last High Holiday cycle? What goals did you have for the coming year? Move now through last fall, the winter, spring, and summer. What benefits did you reap this year? What changes did you make in your life? What patterns did you break? What new work did you take on? In what ways did you bring light and goodness into the world? What joy came into your life this past year? What did you struggle with? What issues or difficulties did you overcome? What learning did you do this year? What effect did it have on you? Think about losses in your life this past year. In what ways did you grieve? Tashlikh means you shall cast away. The act of throwing bits of food, stones, or twigs can be a letting go ceremony, releasing unneeded parts of ourselves, patterns that no longer serve us. What have you taken on in the past year that you are ready to release? What is feeling obsolete? What are you carrying around that no longer nourishes and can be let go? Prepare now to cast whatever you've brought with you into the water, but hold on to it for one more moment. You can pause the recording here if you need to. Reach into your pockets and grab whatever small items you've brought to throw into the water. Take a deep breath in. When you let go of them, breathe out and watch them wash away. Only do this when you feel ready. It might take you longer than some other people to prepare for this moment, but don't feel rushed. As you cast into the water, repeat the following words after me in Hebrew and then in English. Hashlichu me'alechem et kol pishechem asher pshatem bam va'asu lachem lev chadash veruach chadashah. I cast away from myself all my transgressions. I will create within myself a new heart and a new spirit. A poem for reflection as we watch our past drift away. At the Water's Edge by Elizabeth Tregish. On the sacred day, when the old year slips away, we prepare to meet the year ahead. We stand at the water's edge, our pockets lined with dust and bread, symbols of our shortcomings and regrets. Many are the regrets and sorrows that weigh upon our souls. Let us cast them off into the moving waters, so we may begin anew. Great is our regret for the harsh words we have spoken, the tender words we left unsaid, for the anger we let smolder, the compassion we withheld, for our greed and jealousy, for our lack of generosity, for all that we could have done, all that we have left undone. Many are the regrets and sorrows that weigh upon our souls. Let us cast them into the moving waters, so we can strive to become all that we were meant to be. Great is our remorse for the energy we spent fighting instead of trying to make amends, for the times we could have lent a hand instead of keeping our hands by our sides, for the times we looked away from those near and far who need our help and caring, when we turned away from the places in the world in need of repairing. Many are the regrets and sorrows that weigh upon our hearts and souls. Let us cast them into the moving waters, so we can begin to build bridges, connecting us to one another. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the Jewish ritual of Tashlikh. May the new year, 5781, be a year of sweetness and blessing for you, for our community, and for the world. I hope you'll sing with me one more song, a song of uplift and renewal for the year ahead. L'shana tovah u'metuka.